A predictable plot, horrible acting, but great dancing. This is what all critics are saying about Step Up 3D. It's the same thing, over and over, and over. Well, this is my review of Step Up 3D. Okay, so before I begin, I just want to say, there's a lot of reviews out there on YouTube and just kind of in general about this movie, and they're all kind of the same. They say, bad acting, predictable plot, but the best dance scenes that I've seen on a movie ever, and that's the review of Step Up 3D from everybody. My review is a little bit different because I didn't feel that way. So basically the story is Moose, the kid from Step Up 2, who was like awesome skinny white boy dancing. I wish I could dance like that. He's going off to college and his mom and dad said, hey, no more dancing. Go to college, be an engineer, do what we want you to, fit into society. And he's like, well, okay, I don't want to let my parents down. So he's going off to college with his best friend Camille, who just so happens to be the little girl from Step Up 1. Same actress, different character. But his first day of college, he gets into dancing and meets up with this dance crew, because apparently he beat like the best dance crew ever. So he meets up with this other dance crew, goes to their house, and turns out they're all outcasts living together in this warehouse, and the warehouse is about to go up for auction by the bank, and the only way to make it not go up for auction is to win $100,000 in the World Jam Dance Contest. So Moose is like, alright, I'll help you out, and the story begins. Before I touch up on what I liked about this, I'm going to go into what other critics have been saying. The number one complaint other critics have been saying is predictable plot, blah blah blah, and yeah, it is predictable. You see the plot twists from a mile away, but another thing that they're saying is that the acting is horrible. See, I didn't see that. I didn't feel that way at all. I felt that the acting felt genuine. Everybody in the movie felt like one great big family that was there to help each other out. And when emotions ran high, you could tell. When emotions ran low and people were sad, you could tell. And they really felt like they were a family. And they stuck through each other till the end. And, you know, that was fantastic. I loved it. I felt like the acting was perfect. I mean, nobody's going to win any Academy Awards or anything, but it's just genuine. It's real. It's like if somebody put a freaking camera inside this crew's house, and that was that. But you're not going to a Step Up movie for the acting or the plot, and if you are, you're kind of wasting your money. You're going to this Step Up movie, or any Step Up movie in particular, for the dancing. But this one, for the dancing in 3D, which means people are supposed to be breakdancing in your face, I guess? No, in all seriousness, this is the best 3D movie I've seen since Avatar. All this year we've had stupid movies come out, animated movies with 3D that it doesn't really do anything. It's just like, oh, I'm wearing these 3D glasses, and you kind of forget that it's in 3D because nothing, you know, immerses you. Step Up 3D is not like that. They gimmick. They use the gimmick. And it's like, oh, popping in your face, and a lot of people are like, oh, that's stupid. I don't think so. I'm paying $3 to have, or $3 that made no sense. I'm paying $3 extra for 3D to pop out in my face. I want it to pop out in my face. I want it to be gimmicky. I want it to be fun. That's what that $3 extra is for, right? Step Up definitely delivers with this. There's a scene where they're dancing in water, and the water is kind of, you know, flying at your face. There's one scene where they actually dance in dust or powder or drugs. I don't know. They're dancing, and the dust all pops in your face, and it's fantastic. It's awesome. All the dance scenes are really, really, really well shot, and because it's planned in 3D from the beginning, it turns out awesome, and it's really, really cool. Don't go see this movie in 2D. They really spent a lot of time making sure that the 3D effects were cool for people so that they would actually go out and spend the extra $3. Go out and see it in 3D. Do the director a favor. Do yourself... Ugh, that was gross. Do yourself a favor. It's fun. It was a great, great movie. Enough about the 3D. Let's go to why you're all gonna go see this movie. For the dancing. Wow. Just wow. These are the best dance moves, best dance scenes I've ever seen on a film, period. Previously, Step Up 2 was my favorite due to the dance scenes, the final dance scene. This final dance scene in Step Up 3 blows that one out of the water. There's like 15 minutes at the end where these two crews are just battling each other, and it's awesome. They just kind of one-up each other constantly, and then one crew wins, and how they win is, wow, just mind-blowing. It was fantastic. I can't even, there were times in that movie where I was like, man, I really, really want to do this. There's actually one shot in the movie that was absolutely fantastic. It's my favorite scene in the entire movie, and it's between Moose and Camille, and they dance to this, like a remix version of this really old classical, like 1930s, 1950s dance song, and it's really, really cool because, they're in the middle of New York, and it's this old suburban New York neighborhood. But the coolest part is the entire dance scene is one shot. It's not like there's not a single cut. It's one shot around this neighborhood as these two teenagers go around and dance to this song all classically. And it's fantastic. It was my favorite scene in the movie. Jon Chu really did a great job. I highly recommend seeing this movie. I am going to give this one 4 nerd stars out of 5 because I've absolutely loved it. I had such a great time, and I walked out of the theater with such an amazing feeling. I've seen it twice already. I'm gonna go and see it again as soon as I can. It's a fantastic movie. Go out, watch it, have a good time. That's what I have to say about that. Jon Chu, the director of Step Up 2 and Step Up 3, he actually has a internet web dance series that has been going on for about a month now, and it's called the LXD, the League of Extraordinary Dancers. If you have never heard of this, I highly suggest checking it out. All of the episodes you can watch for free on Hulu.com. And they are amazing, amazing things. It's like the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, except dancing. And it's really, really cool. It's dancing superheroes, I guess you could say. Some of the stories are awesome. Some of them are funny. Some of them have no words whatsoever and just expressed through dancing. And it's really, really cool. I highly suggest checking it out. Again, that's Hulu.com, League of Extraordinary Dancers, LXD. Anyways, guys, this has been my review of Step Up 3D. I gave it 4 nerd stars out of 5. If you've liked what you've seen here, go to my channel, bam, somewhere up there. Subscribe, and you will see some more movie reviews, game reviews, tech reviews, all from me coming up in the next couple of days. That has been all for Attack of the Nerd. Subscribe. That's all I have to say.